Alrighty, hello, check test 1 2, check test. Do we have audio? Check test. It looks like we. Alrighty, we do. Okay, a little bit of latency tonight, but we're in good. Oh, Eric, you're the man. Thank you so much, Eric. Hi, hello. How are you? How is everybody? Hang on here. Let me just double check something here. All right, looks like we're good. I've made a few minor adjustments here. Just a minute. Okay, so I made some adjustments to the setup over last week. I got my mic out, got a different camera set up, not using my laptop. I actually brought my desktop. So hopefully everything just a tad low. Okay, thank you. I'll pump that up just a hair. We can come up to here like this. Okay, so that ought to be pretty good. So hopefully everything's good, and welcome to the stream tonight. I am dropping a few frames, it looks like, but overall I guess the stream looks pretty good. Not enough stream. Okay, it looks like you're going to get buffered out a little bit again tonight. Sorry, that's where I'm at. I'm actually not on my dad's Wi-Fi tonight because it has been on and off all day, so I'm running on my cell phone over here. So I'm actually on my wireless hotspot, and it seems to be doing okay. So anyway, let's see who all is out there. Eric Myers is quick on the trigger to send a super chat. Thank you so much, Eric. I just greatly appreciate that. Gary D and I were chatting a little bit about getting old early before the stream. I promised to give an update on my dad in just a bit. Tom asked how old my dad was. He's 86. Just turned 86 in July. Tim Myers is checking in. I think George, a.k.a. Dad, is in. Hey, George. Vincent RV Life, Bruce is in from Destin, Florida. Moved a little bit south on us, did you there, Vincent? Ross Bagby has a question. I'll cycle back on that in a minute, Ross. It looks like Eric Myers is bragging. He got some new batteries, house chassis, new inverter charger. Life is good. Still 99 today in Missouri. Yeah, Eric, I agree. It was 95 here today and 56% humidity. And making this poor guy melt. I love hot, dry weather, but this hot, wet weather is, ugh. I don't like it. Judy Kimbrough checking in. Hi, Judy. So glad you're here. EJ Weiss also checking in. Tom Downey, another beautiful day at Whidbey. Getting old beats the alternative, I suppose. Steve Lindner says he lost a bet, so he's coming to us from Omaha this evening. I spent a week there one night. In fact, my dad worked there in Omaha for UP for years, about 10 years, I think. Okay, had doctor's appointments. I got it. Okay, so I'll give you an update on Dad, and unfortunately the news is not good. He's holding his own, but I'm afraid it's just a matter of time. When I got here, they determined that he'd had a slight heart attack. And that sent him over to a hospital in Rogers, Arkansas, a little bit west of here. It's 61 miles, but it takes an hour and a half to drive because there's not a damn straight road in this whole country. Most of them are, fraught with up and down hills and hairpin corners and all that stuff. And I mean, it is what it is. It's a beautiful state. Don't get me wrong. But getting anywhere, you got to take your time. I'm kind of spoiled, I've lived where the roads are long and straight and fast for years, and so I get out here and it's not so good, but it works. Anyway, it also turns out that they did a brain scan, and he's had some kind of a small stroke in the past. Of course, they can't tell how long ago that was. And To top it all off, he had endocarditis, which is an infection of the heart. But the bigger issue is that we waited for a couple days for his kidney function to improve, so they could do a CAT scan with contrast, and it's not good. He has a mass in the ventricle of his heart, about the size of about this big, okay. And I'm afraid it's just a matter of time. So anyway, I'll be hanging here for a while. I thought I'd probably try to, head out, get home. Well, he kind of got, uh-oh, you lost me? I hope I'm still here. It looks like I'm good. I don't see anything saying I'm offline. I do see a bunch of viewers that dropped. It looks like, sorry about that. Yeah, the connectivity here is sketchy at best, so I apologize for that. But okay, so Ross had a question. Ross was asking about, he has the electrical on-off switch on his water heater will not flip anymore. What can I do? Uh-oh, I see we just timed out. Okay, let me see if we can do anything about that. Yeah, not so good. I don't know what I can do here. No, there's not much I can do there, and I can see that I am completely timed out. Okay, so it came back. I'm buffering here. I can't monitor, and I saw a huge drop in viewers, but it may be because it's sketchy on my end. Okay, it looks like everything's coming back. Sorry about that. Yeah, this is going to be a challenge to get a consistent link. It looks like. Looks like a few folks are coming back in. So anyway, Ross, are you still with me? Ross Bagby had an issue with his water heater switch. Thanks, Tom. Thank you very much. I know it's tough. Okay, Ross, great. So there's a couple things you can do. First off, you might try just a little bit of WD-40. Just take it, spray it right into the switch, and see if you can work the switch back and forth. Okay. If that doesn't work, then you're really you're set to have to replace that switch. They're not terribly difficult. They're not expensive switches. They're pretty standard switches. And you may get lucky, and if you take a small screwdriver and you place it under the flange that sits around that switch, you may be able to pop it out. Of course, make sure the power is turned off make sure your power is turned off on the RV. And you may be able to pop that switch out, and you might be able to replace it without having to tear the front of the water heater apart. They just have two little wings that kind of are spring-loaded wings that hold the switch in place, and that might allow you might be able to pop it out and replace it. So I hope that helps. I'd try the WD-40 first, squirt a little in there, see if you can work the switch to get it to work properly. Let me just double check a few things here and see. Okay, I have no monitoring, so if everything drops out, somebody holler in the chat if the chat holds on. I can't see. It appears that it's working properly, so sorry about the sketchiness tonight. We may have to cut this one a little short, sorry. But thank you, EJ, for your, it looks like connection may be coming back. Looks like it's clearing up. Fingers are crossed. I still have no monitoring, but we'll just keep grinding. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, it's, I think probably the biggest thing that it's clear to me is that Dad's tired, and I think he just wants to be done. So, anyway, he's out of the hospital per se, but he's back at a care facility, what they call skilled nursing facility, kind of a step up from a nursing home. But yeah, he's I just don't know. The prognosis is not good, and I guess we're all headed to that. So it's just a matter of hanging on. Yeah, great, Ross. I'm glad I was able to help. Yeah, try that. Like I said, those switches are really inexpensive, and you should be easily able to find one. If you have trouble, feel free to email me, trbolin@gmail.com, and I'll see if I can help you find a new switch. All right, let's see it. Maybe my monitoring has started again. Okay, so it looks like everything's kind of settled in. We'll keep our fingers crossed that it holds up. As always, if you have any questions at all, go ahead and throw them into the chat. Any comments at all, I'd be happy to take. I don't know how good and how long we'll be able to hold the stream tonight. It seems like it's tough. Thank you, Robert Covington, for your kind thoughts. Anyway, sorry, I am catching up on the chat over here, trying to follow along. And it's, yeah, things are popping in and out. I'm really sorry, folks. I'll try to hold it here for just a couple minutes, but I think it looks like we're probably going to have to, we may have to give up on the stream tonight. Oh, thank you, Ross. Very kind comment. Gary says, no worries. Perfect. Okay, thanks. Yeah, we may have to cut her just a tad short tonight, since things are so sketchy. That's just the nature of the beast. Okay, it looks like it's back. Really distracting. Really distracting. Yes, Tom, I agree. Couple things I remember him telling me. I've been going through some stuff here because ultimately he can't stay here, and so my plan is to move him back to Idaho to be near me, and so of course I've been trying to get the house kind of taken apart a little bit as much as I can, and yeah. It's weird, I'm finding stuff that I remember from, 55 years ago that I remember my dad having. I'm kind of trying to pack up a bunch of mementos and some old photos. I should have brought one of those photos in here. A photo of me probably when I was about, maybe in 4th grade. Maybe 5th, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have it handy here. I thought I had one laying right here, but I think they're probably all in boxes by now. Okay, so yeah, if you have an RV related question, be sure and throw it in the chat window, and then we'll hang on here for a few minutes. Looks like things are picking up. Looks like a few people are getting back and get reconnected. Apologize for the crappy stream tonight. But not much I can do about that. Let me just scan the questions here, the chat window, and make sure I didn't miss something. I'm pretty tired too, actually. Haven't been sleeping well. Okay. All right. Well, if there aren't any questions, and since the the stream is kind of sketchy tonight, Tom says he's done with his coach repair. Excellent. Glad to hear that, Tom. I missed getting a truck camper episode out. Oh, just a minute here. Yeah, things are really sketchy. I apologize. Now my monitoring. So I think I've shared the window. Yeah, there's too much going on here. So I think what we'll do is we'll just call it a good night. Ginger Jolly, do I have a video on rebuilding RV windows? I don't, but I'm going to refer you to KX Racer 704. He's a regular viewer of the stream, and he just did a video on rebuilding the Jalouse windows on his truck camper. I will have a video on it. I do plan to rebuild the windows for my truck camper, and that video won't be out for probably, oh gosh, at least 10 or 12 weeks. So it'll be sometime late fall, early winter before I get to that far into it. I didn't get a video out this week on the truck camper. On Sunday, there was just too much going on. I just didn't have the chance to get it done. And then I finished it up yesterday, and it took all night to upload. Welcome to Middle America. I totally admit to being spoiled with my, gigabit Ethernet pipe for internet, but what are you gonna do? So sorry, Ginger. I just don't have one of those yet, but I will soon. All right. If there's nothing else, let's call her good tonight, folks. We'll just make this a real quick one. Oh, you have a 1984 Champion Transtar. Oh, wow, that's cool. Then, yeah, the window rebuild that I'll be doing would probably be very applicable. But yeah, KX Racer 704. You can search for him on YouTube. Just a minute here. I'll get you the link to his channel real quick. And that way, he has a couple of rebuild videos on his channel of rebuilding windows that he did for his truck camper. And then I will have videos. Okay, there is his link. If you click on that, that will take you to his channel. And then search around a little bit, and you'll find a couple of videos on his channel about him rebuilding the windows that you might find useful. I think the biggest trick on getting windows rebuilt is finding replacements for the gaskets, for the rubber gaskets and stuff. And there are a couple of places you can get those. Unfortunately, I don't have those links at my fingertips. But Ginger, if you'd like to email me, trbolin@gmail.com, I would be happy to send you links to where you can go find the parts, the gaskets and stuff for vintage truck camper windows. There's several websites out there, and some you might find them there, but that's probably going to be a real challenge. I'll be honest with you, Ginger. It's going to be a bit of a challenge to find the right parts for those for your windows, but you might find the gaskets. That's probably your biggest challenge. And yeah, KX Racer also might have that link on his site, on his videos. Tom's telling me, and again, I'm getting dogged here, so if we drop, I'll just keep going here for a couple more minutes, but if we get dropped, we'll call her good. He says there's 2 GM coaches on Craigslist, GMCs. Now, real projects, all are less than $5,000. Oh, you have hair windows. Excellent. Well, those are good because you can usually find parts for those for sure. HEHR, hair windows. There is, you could probably just Google hair window gaskets, and that would probably get you to a spot where you can find the parts. The name of the site And I actually bought some gaskets from them for a window I rebuilt in my Class A. But all right, I have no monitoring. I'm getting errored out. It's probably buffering really bad. So I'm going to say thanks everybody. Thank you so much, Eric, for the super chat. And I will see you all next week, hopefully with better connectivity. So until then, peace. Good night. And I'll just hang here for a minute and fuss with this and see if there's something I've overlooked that. But I think we'll probably call her good for tonight. Okay. All right. Take care. Good night, Tim. Good night, Tom. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Eric, Gary, Ross, Bagby, Robert Covington. You guys are all great. Judy Kimbrough, so nice of you to be here, as well as EJ Weiss, Bruce with Vincent RV Life, Jeff Ripplinger from Colorado. I came through Colorado on the way here, Jeff, by the way. And okay, good night. See you guys. Bye. What a bummer. I hate that when I get connectivity issues that just ruin my whole day. Where are we at here? All right, stop. Goodbye. All right, stopping now.